5 unlikable habits you have, but you don't know it. Why am I not popular? Why won't anyone contact me unless I am the one who made the effort? I'm tired of this. I'll be at the end of my 20s in a few weeks' time, and I still have no girlfriend or friends that's actually interested in making an effort to talk to me. Sound like a familiar narrative to you? The truth is, people absolutely hate confrontation. They just couldn't bear to tell you all your unlikable habits. Hence, there is no way for you to know it unless they tell you you suck right in front of your face. But the problem is, the chances of them telling you you suck is so astronomically rare that you might as well just forget finding about your bad habits to fix in the first place. And are you guilty of doing the same as well? Well, maybe, maybe not. The good thing is, it is never too late to realize and change your unlikable habits. Being likable is not at all about being attractive or talented. Being likable is about sincerity, transparency, and the capability of understanding another person. So, here are 5 unlikable habits that you have, but you don't know it. Number 1. You are demoralizing. If you ever find yourself saying things like, "It's no use, it won't work, I told you so, why do you even bother?" and so on, then you're probably the most negative person of all time. You see, negative people love bringing others down. Sometimes it seems like they are hired full-time just to criticize and bring others down. Not only are they a habitually pessimistic person, but they are also an emotionally draining person to talk to. Hear me carefully. Do not be that person, because that's the biggest reason why unlikable people are disliked. Like, seriously, if, for example, you told your friends that your dream is to be a singer, and their response to you is "it's no use" or "that won't work," you sure bet that your friend will eventually phase you out of their life. Mutual understanding is vital for any relationship to thrive. You may or may not always support the person's dream, but sometimes people just want you to be there for them, to listen to them. Number 2. Being too serious. Nobody likes people who take everything in life too seriously. It can come off as uninterested or unlikable to people. Even if you do not mean to come across as the anal person, you are guilty of doing so because that's how you have allowed yourself to be portrayed to people without realizing. What likable people have in common is their ability to balance their passion along with interaction and fun. They focus on having meaningful interactions with their coworkers, remembering what people said to them yesterday or last week, which shows people that they are just as important to you as their work is. If you cannot even afford to spare 5 minutes, then you seriously have a problem, because 5 freaking minutes is enough for you to have a meaningful interaction with these people. So, here's a challenge for you. Try asking people around you if they initially thought you hated them. You might be surprised at some of the answers you get. Number 3. Everything is always about you. I really hate to say this, but I have met a few people who somehow always manage to find a way to bring everything back to themselves. At first, they seem like the friendliest people in the world. They have attractive personalities and are fun people to hang out with. But as time goes on, the person becomes a bit of a burden. They talk too much, they tell the same stories over and over again, and almost always about themselves. They are exactly the type of person who feels authorized to talk about any subject, even if they don't know anything about it. Now, being a friend of someone who talks excessively about themselves, normally we have 2 choices. Walk away, and that means to completely give up on their friend and their opinion of you, or choose to continue listening. However, since a genuine conversation didn't occur in the first place, likely people will choose to walk away and make up some excuse to avoid another chat. Number 4. You are insanely boring. If you ever noticed how everyone's on their phone when you are telling a story, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Here's an example of a true incident of a typically insanely boring person. Guy A hangs out with Guy B. In the 2 years' time Guy A hung out with Guy B, never once did Guy A manage to tell a story that made Guy B laugh. Although I'm sure that something interesting has happened to Guy A, but he is just so terrible at storytelling that talking to him just feels like pulling out your own teeth. If you are someone like Guy A, here's my golden advice. Learn how to be an interesting conversationalist. Record your own voice and find out if it's monotonous. Get feedback from your friends and family. Observe and study comedians, actors, or motivational speakers who are good at storytelling. This way, people around you will actually enjoy your company because people are naturally drawn to people who can make them laugh. Number 5. You are highly susceptible to humble bragging. That's right, humble bragging. Humans naturally love to talk about ourselves because it feels amazing when we share our successes. In fact, according to a paper published by 2 Harvard neuroscientists, talking about ourselves gives us the same kind of pleasure we get from sex or food. I know, crazy, right? Have you ever met that one person who absolutely loves to brag about themselves, preening under the guise of humility? Just imagine that you are the richest person on the planet. In an interview, a reporter asked, "How did you remain so humble?" And you said, I may be the richest person of all time. I may have the biggest company in the world. I may be extremely charming. I really can't say. Good Lord! Somebody just strangled this person already! The truth is that horrible attempt at downplaying your achievement can actually backfire against you and turn people's perception of you negatively. So, the moral of the story here is be straightforward. And if you are going to brag, why not be honest about it? Alright, that's all we have for this video. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and click here for more videos. And once again, thanks for watching.